Good morning, everyone. This is Dustin Weber. It's April 18th, 2023. Hope everybody has a good day. We're going to do one from Genesis, the laws of Moses. We're on Genesis 6, a world gone wrong, and the story of Noah. Then the people began to multiply on the earth, and daughters were born to them. The sons of God saw the beautiful women and took any they wanted as their wives. Then the Lord said, My spirit will not put up with humans for such a long time, for they are only mortal flesh. In the future, their normal lifespan will be no more than 120 years. In those days, and for some time after, giant Nephilites lived on the earth. For whenever the sons of God had intercourse with women, they gave birth to children who became the heroes and famous warriors of ancient times. The Nephilites are angels. This is when God and the angels lived with us before they left to judge man. The Lord observed the extent of human wickedness on the earth, and he saw that everything they thought or imagined was consistently and totally evil. So the Lord was sorry he had ever made them and put them on the earth. It broke his heart, and the Lord said, I will wipe this human race I have created from the face of the earth. Yes, and I will destroy every living thing, all the people, the large animals, the small animals that scurry along the ground, and even the birds of the sky. I am sorry I ever made them. But Noah found favor with the Lord. There's a story I'm supposed to say about the angels and leaving the earth with God after the exodus of Egypt, before the flood of Noah. But we're not going to talk about it today because it's not written. The story of Noah. This is the account of Noah and his family. Noah was a righteous man, the only blameless person living on the earth at the time, and he walked in close fellowship with God. Noah was was the father of three sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And now God saw that the earth had become corrupt and was filled with violence. God observed all this corruption in the world, for everyone on earth was corrupt. So God said to Noah, I have decided to destroy all living creatures, for they have filled the earth with violence. Yes, I will wipe them all out along with the earth. Selah. Okay, you know what? We'll go ahead and talk about it. What I'm supposed to tell you, okay, the thing that isn't written, is that when the angels left the earth with God, or God of Israel, okay, after the exodus of Egypt, before the flood of Noah. This is at the same time when Lucifer and the third of the angels was cast out of the heavens. Okay. Now, what I'm supposed to tell you is that when they went to the heavens to judge man, to whether or not they were going to wipe them out completely, he asked Lucifer if man was just as important as the angels. God, this is God. This is what I was taught the first time I read it, which I thought I read it and I didn't. There's several things that I thought I read. That's why I continued to read it, and why I read it so many times, because I was trying to locate these things that it was telling me. Now, after reading it so many times, I learned that I was a prophet sent to tell the people God's messages. And these things that I thought I read were visions. I was having visions of what I thought I was reading. Now, what I was told was that when he asked Lucifer if man was just as important as the angels, Lucifer answered incorrectly. He said the angels were more important than man. And at that moment, God felt that Lucifer and the 1/3 of the angels was going to try to harm him. So he cast him down into the hells with the 1/3, and cast them down onto the earth with the 1/3 of the angels. Now, when they fell to the earth, they fell in 3 fiery groups. Their wings burned off. Now, I do believe that over the European continent, the 3 types of Greek and other ancient gods that we worshipped were these angels. Lucifer was cast down into the hells to rule the hells and to keep the evil from escaping hell. He's supposed to. There's a lot to it. He's supposed to be controlling the hells. Okay. And that is also where we get our is also where we get the curse of death. Whenever somebody sins, and that's the curse of death, is Satan, Lucifer. Okay? Corrupts the soul with demons. The wars on hell aren't even talked about. We're going to have the wars on hell after this 1,000 years of peace on earth, after the angels and God comes back. Yes, he knows what we're doing. Yes, he knows our thoughts and our behaviors. Yes, he's in a sense around us and among us. But no, he is not here. He's sitting on the throne in heaven. And the new throne is about to be created on the earth. On the holy mountain of Zion. Okay, let's continue. I'm going to back up a paragraph. Now God saw that the earth had become corrupt and was filled with violence. God observed all this corruption in the world, for everyone on earth was corrupt. So God said to Noah, I have decided to destroy all living creatures, for they have filled the earth with violence. Yes, I will wipe them all out along with the earth. Build a large boat from cypress wood and waterproof it with tar inside and out. Then construct decks and stalls throughout its interior. Make the boat 450 feet long, 75 feet wide, and 45 feet high. Leave an 18-inch opening below the roof all the way around the boat. Put the door on the side and build 3 decks inside the boat, lower, middle, and upper. Look, I am about to cover the earth with a flood that will destroy every living thing that breathes. Everything on earth will die, but I will confirm my covenant with you. So enter the boat, you and your wife and your sons and their wives. Bring a pair of every kind of animal, a male and female, into the boat with you to keep them alive during the flood. Pairs of every kind of bird and every kind of animal and every kind of small animal that scurries along the ground will come to you to be kept alive. And be sure to take on board enough food for your family and for all the animals. So Noah did everything exactly as God had commanded. There's a lot more to that story about Noah and the flood that's not written that I saw. Maybe one day we'll talk about it. Maybe we won't. Hopefully, one day we will. And I will tell you about how it wasn't just Noah. One of the visions I had wasn't just Noah in the boat when God wiped out the earth. And one of the other visions about the angels trying to kill off man before God flooded the earth. Which was these great ancient gods that we used to worship, which would be false idol worship. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.